sure the treasure is nearby. What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher. They never... You started this, Caleb. Blasting pest!
Reinforcements!
Watch out! We made it angry.
We got the best for you.
Not today.
Can't even tell which one of the brothers was the worst at this point.
Let's settle with the fact that Ruth was unlucky to have met them.
demon ghosts. Psst. Psst. Oh, there. You, sir. Yes, you.
Is everything all right, man?
You've come at just the right time, Banisher. There are monsters in the alehouse.
When the alewife tells me there's a monster in the brewery, I'm inclined to worry. What did you see?
I saw monsters. Ghosts. Corpses. Wraiths. I don't know. I'm an alewife. It is not my area of expertise. But it is very much yours, isn't it? I've seen what you can do. At the meeting house.
Anything else I should know before I head out?
Perry Cottle is dead. Though I doubt the two related.
The baker died, did he?
I found him dead a few days back, most inconveniently on the floor of the hamlet's bakery. Rude of him, really.
I'm sure he'd go back and change it if he could. Did he's not like each other then?
He was a good baker. We traded. Shared the barley fields. Split the work, split the crop. Till the moment there was no crop to split. When the fields stopped giving, I kept my head, and he did not. Dear me. First, the ugly business with the governor, then Cottle. Now, with demons in the alehouse. The world is going to shite, I'll tell you. Well, what are you still here for? Standing like a bloody mute? The alehouse lies north, across the bridge, beyond the barren fields. Chop away. But don't get excited. There's no beer.
Would you be interested in a trade at all?
What do you need?
Now, I happen to know that the alewife hears stories others don't. So, what's new?
What's new? What's new, he asks. I'll tell you what's new, sir. My latest brew. A new and improved recipe. It shall taste delicious.
How's life in the Harrows? As sweet as you would wish?
I won't say it's sweet, but folk are content enough to stay, and contrary to perceived wisdom, contented folk drink more ale.
Tell me about the governor. Not a big ale drinker, I imagine.
Folk forgive him. Not I. Never trust a man who does not drink, for he does not trust himself. But what do I know? I'm just the alewife.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
He speaks well. He has convinced the others. Good for him, if he won their confidence, but he has not won mine. What he does shall win me over. Not what he says.
I'll take my leave of you for now.
All right. I think I'll go back to the hamlets. Be careful, Banisher.
Demons and a dead baker. Haunting case.
Haunting case.
Incoming!
Die,
the corrupted heart, you aim at its roots. Picked and culled. Ask for help if you need it.
Raging Vandal. This could be good.
Did we miss a few? Watch out! Spectre possession. Run, Red!
Some demons. Here I was expecting an audience with Legion.
Someday, maybe.
So, what do we have here?
Let's check what was hiding under that ivy.
That's quite the sale. She was lucky. Unmarried alewives don't usually have it so easy. Those concoctions sure are inventive.
She knows her trade.
I know brewers, and this one is talented. Lucy Barrow is quite the force of nature.
As a widowed alewife amongst witch-hunting Puritans, she'd have to be.
Exactly. Well-thumbed books. Lucy Barrow's an educated herbalist. What did Lucy say Perry Cottle died of?
She didn't.
Pretty berries.
That's pokeweed. It's deadly.
I feel something close. With Cottle dead, the governor gave the keys to the bakery to Lucy Barrow.
Reason enough for Cottle's ghost to linger.
Didn't Lucy say all her crops had failed?
Not all, it would seem. Some men can't think beyond what they already know. But this, I think, is about wounded pride.
Quite the collection. Well labelled too.
Lucy Barrows is better organized than my mother.
I wonder what this opens.
Banisher rule number 3.
Take key, find lock later. Oh, look at that. It's the drunkard's jackpot.
Don't get excited.
Once upon a time, finding this lot would have made my day. Lucy Barrow's back in the ale business.
And good health to her.
traces of a ghost's memory resonate here. This place reminds me of Mother Louse's over on Cheapside. Wonder how the old alewife's doing.
I'm sure she'd be glad to see you back on your feet.
She was a good friend when I needed one.
Folk need bread. What do you use in place of the barley? Lucy, Mistress Barrow, please, I beseech you, tell me.
No. Be gone.
You're evil. You could feed us, but you would have us starve. I'll denounce you. I'll name you to the governor. Devil worshipper! Witch!
Out. Now.
Someone wasn't pleased to be pushed aside.
Do they not have a deal to share the crop?
That's not reason enough to accuse someone of witchcraft.
We've learned much of Lucy Barrow, but all we know of Perry Cottle is that he was angry, and then he died.
Let's dig into his story. His mill can't be far. By the fields, perhaps downriver from here. Ask for help if you need it.
Some of this! What happened here?
I take the heart, you take the roots. Smooth. Just how I like it.
Oh there! No? Still no ghost? Hard times for Cottle the baker. Cobwebs on empty barley bags.
He ran out some time ago.
I don't think Cottle was doing any baking at all, with or without herbs. Poor Cottle must have been really desperate.
We didn't learn much. I suppose we should try his bakery.
Hey, you! What are you doing in my mill? Who are you?
Good day, Mr. Cottle. Good to see you again, despite the circumstances. This is Antea Duarte. She's a banisher too.
Why are you here?
We're here to help. We spoke with Lucy Barrow. Are you the ghost that assailed her in the alehouse?
I am. I must stop her. I must expose her.
You were a wee bit more charming when you were alive. What did she do to you?
She poisoned me. The witch. She poisoned me. And if she's not stopped, she'll poison everyone else too.
Tell me about the poisoning.
The alewife witch picked plants for her brewing. I watched her do it. I took them for flour from a bread. She must have seen me do it. She saw me do it and poisoned my flour.
A herborist using poison? Seems a little obvious.
Why would it? I am the baker, an excellent baker at that, and she wished to bake bread. She had ambition, and I was in her way. And that's not all. Here, we mill barley for our flour, and for some time now, there's been none. When the alewife found a substitute, I thought we were saved. I asked her for it, but she wanted payment. Payment! Folks are starving, and she wanted payment.
Wouldn't you have done the same if your positions were reversed?
What? Of course not. Good people are starving. How dare you? The witch must pay her rent, and you must be the landlord. Denounce her to the governor, that a lowly baker may see justice done.
No denunciation without proof, and no guarantees even with it.
Then go to the bakery, for that's where she killed me. You'll see.
What's your relationship to Lucy Barrow?
We traded. We were cooperators, or so I thought. The day I needed help, and she denied it, I learned that we were rivals.
What do you mean by cooperators?
We shared the barley field. 'Twas good business. But when the crop failed, she cut me out, sliced straight down the middle.
When you call Lucy Barrow a witch, are you overstating for effect, or do you mean it?
Books in strange and foreign lettering, strange herbs, and stranger beer. The woman has a cauldron. And for the love of all that's holy, none will speak for her, for none know her. This is because she is a witch.
Let me state this clearly for you. Because of ignorant, hysterical, gossip-mongering men like you, innocent women die. I advise you to watch your damned mouth, sir.
I know what I saw.
We'll take our leave of you.
Do what you know you must. Denounce the witch.
So Perry not only accuses Lucy of poisoning him, but also of being a terrible, selfish person.
She was expanding. He was in the way. Still, seems excessive.
To the bakery, then. Something's concealed.
Watch out! Call on me.
Die, you bastard!
This feels good. I can't, Rory. This isn't over yet.
Great! More fun.
I have another insight. Why is the alewife here?
Mistress Barrow, can I help you?
Mr. McWraith, did you take care of the demons?
I did.
Then you've helped plenty. Thank you now. Goodbye.
Not so fast, Mistress Barrow. I'm looking into the death of the baker. I'll need to search the bakery.
The bakery is mine, and I have not granted you permission.
Aye, I believe the governor gave you the keys to the bakery.
Yes. Well, I seem to have misplaced them.
Now, I happen to know that the alewife hears stories others don't. So, what's new?
What's new? What's new, he asks. I'll tell you what's new, sir. My latest brew. A new and improved recipe. It shall taste delicious.
How's life in the Harrows? As sweet as you would wish?
I won't say it's sweet, but folk are content enough to stay, and contrary to perceived wisdom, contented folk drink more ale.
Tell me about the governor. Not a big ale drinker, I imagine.
Folk forgive him. Not I. Never trust a man who does not drink, for he does not trust himself. But what do I know? I'm just the alewife.
What can you tell me about Lamentation Haskell?
He speaks well. He has convinced the others. Good for him if he won their confidence, but he has not won mine. What he does shall win me over. Not what he says.
I found your key in the alehouse, hidden away by a spectral web. The work of Perry's ghost. He was obviously trying to make sure he wouldn't get to his bakery.
Spectral what? Look, the bakery lies empty. Folk need bread. I intend to meet their need, with or without Cottle's bloody ghost's approval.
Perry thought you were planning to bake bread. And he was right. He felt threatened.
Perry thought that I should know my place. I disagreed.
You had production trouble. Cottle too. You didn't mention it.
Because, though I say it myself, I, in my ingenuity, found a substitute. Cottle did not, and that vexed him greatly.
You didn't share it.
If they'd paid for it, I would have shared it. None made the offer, including Perry Cottle. I knew he was spying on me, so I led him to believe that I was using common weeds in place of the barley.
I'm starting to like her.
You were stockpiling herbs. Now a man shows up dead. Interesting.
Many men have used that tone with me, Mr. McWraith, and accused me of far worse.
Nevertheless, I'll need to look inside the bakery now. With your permission, of course.
You have the key. Do what you must.
Perry Cottle tells me you poisoned them.
You talked to him? He's dead, but you talked to him? Such talent! Did your talent tell you he was talking nonsense? Why would I poison Perry Cottle?
He thinks you were going into the bakery business and wanted to eliminate the competition. By the looks of it, that seems to hold some truth.
I am confident enough in my skills to not kill the competition. That would be against my principle. Worse, it would be stupid. And if his ghost can't see it, He's as stupid dead as he was living.
I'll take my leave of you for now.
Be quick about it. I have a business to run.
Here's your act of desperation. Perry stalked Lucy, then stole her secret ingredient, pokeweed.
With which he then poisoned himself.
Desperate to find the right herb, he made a mistake. Is this pure bad luck? Aspen must be the woman Cottle spoke of, the one who trained them.
Perhaps he's lonely here, away from his people. This plant, it's phytolacca.
I sense an echo somewhere nearby. Perry's plant gatherings.
He really had no idea what he was doing.
Reunius vat aster himi.
Can't keep the baker from baking his bread. Lucy Barrow, you horrible little witch.
Nasty way to go. Poor son.
Hunger drives folk to acts of desperation.
Are you done, Mr. McCraith? I wish to fire up the oven so that we may have bread.
Touch my oven, and I shall push you into it.
Perry Cottle?
You'll not get away with it. Alewife, poisoner, witch.
What the hell is he talking about? What is going on here?
Lucy Barrow, under the pretext of a demand for fair payment, you hoarded a valuable recipe.
That's right. You'd have starved us for the sake of your business. You denied the children of God their daily bread. For business, Lucy. For business. Our Lord called you to give service to his flock, and you demanded payment.
Let the alewife speak, Mr. Cottle.
If the Lord wished the fruits of my labour, then he should have paid me like anyone else. I worked hard for where I am today. I deserve to succeed. I worked my arse off for it, and you would have me give it away. Not a chance.
Mr. Cotto, while trying to guess at Lucy's secret ingredient, you poisoned yourself. Phytolacca, highly toxic.
What? No, that is not possible.
Not just possible, not even just likely. I'd say it was inevitable.
I thought... Well, that proves it. She did it on purpose. She picked pokeweed on purpose.
What do you say to that, Mistress Barrow?
I'm a woman, no husband. A business of my own. Means, brains. And I dared to say no to a man. This man. I have all sorts of poisonous plants. I'm a herbalist and an alewife. I make things. If Perry Cottle, in his ignorance, tried to do the same, then that is on him.
Perry Cottle, in your harassment of the alewife, you were relentless.
I don't believe a word she says, and neither should you. She knew I'd uncover her secret, so she killed me with magic.
Are you really going to let me stand here, suffering this idiot's harassment from beyond the grave? For the last time, I am the bloody alewife!
You heard her? She admits it. She dares to say it out loud. She is the bloody alewife. She's a witch. She's a witch, and she must be stopped.
Let's put an end to this, shall we?
Baker Perry Cottle, you are mistaken. The alewife Lucy Barrow is not responsible for your death. You were a godly man. You wished to bake your bread. You cared about your work. I care about mine.
Please, tell me how to bake your bread. People must eat.
Perhaps the Lord wishes it. The people must have their daily bread.
That's the spirit. Perhaps they'll call it after you. The Cottle Loaf.
You may have the recipe. I'm not sure if I should believe you, but the ways of the Lord are inscrutable.
Spoken with grace. Carry that with you. Farewell.
I'll get on with it, if you don't mind. Good day to you.
I suspect Mistress Barrow may change her ways.
Learning can be a painful business.
I greet you, sir.
Tell me about folk round here.
Many things have changed. Which one interests you most?
Tell me about Governor Haskell.
He is but a man. God will judge him for what he did.
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
I was wrong about the boy. I was looking for a sign from God, someone to rely on. The boy showed me I needed to look within.
How about you? How are you feeling?
I am well. My deliriums have abated. I miss Phoebe, but I feel that we are both in better places now.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
God has returned us to the light, and we have downed the golden calf and burned other less figurative heretical icons. Our false prophet governor hides from the light of God's fury. He can't hide forever.
Don't take this the wrong way, but what the hell are you talking about?
I know it now. We have burned it all. Our meeting house is gone, yet the curse remains. The governor is the source. I know it.
You're canny, Hugh Bachelor, I'll give you that. There's no fooling you.
The light of our Lord is with me.
It shines in his eyes while he talks through his behind.
What news around and about?
On what subject in particular should I deign to answer?
Tell me about the governor.
Some say we've been too hard on him. Some say we need to show mercy. I say he's to blame for the curse. Shocked? You should be.
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
Young Haskell gives a pretty speech. Folk listened to him. Folk believed him. I believe his father was to blame for the curse. It shocks you, I can tell. But I know things, sir, that you cannot fathom. Let us leave it at that.
How's life in the Harrows, then?
Life is test upon trial, upon tribulation, upon ordeal, leading inexorably to a place in paradise at God's right hand. Marcy knew this, and if I were a betting man, I'd wager pounds to pennies that she awaits me there right now.
I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
Yes?
Who ordered the books burned?
I don't know. Does it matter? It was chaos. I brought my father to safety out of their sight. When I came back the next day, it was like nothing had happened. The pyre was cooling. All my ghost's wards were destroyed. No one said a word. Funny thing is, they did not find the books I'd already borrowed from my father's shelves. If they had, I'd now be dead.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Folk have been quite lovely as it happens. Each tries to do their best and spirits are high. Thinking about it, that's actually really strange. Really strange indeed.
How fares New Eden and the Harrows?
Folk lose faith. This would be a good thing, except they lose their hope with it. I admit, I don't know what to do about it.
What about you, Lammy? How are you?
I'm well. Or as well as I could wish for. But I still have questions for you, mistress.
We have time for one or two.
Do you control how you appear to the living? How do you do that?
Some can see me with no effort. To others, it's a choice I make. It's effortless, as easy as opening my mouth to speak.
May I ask another?
Let's leave it there.
We should go. Be careful, Lammy. Please.
I probably should.
Goody Perkins.
Mr. McRae.
How are we feeling, Goody Perkins?
I'm feeling guilty. What about you? I hope you're sleeping, for I am not. Worry for the future, worry for the past. But I take solace in my memories of Richard.
Good. Hold to them.
I so miss the time when Richard and I used to walk along the beach. There was a cave. I have never ventured into it. Richard used to spin me yarns about this mysterious place. Tall tales from the sea. I did love them so. And I'm sure at least some were true. In one tale, the captain hid his treasure in a hiding place, so that on the day he stepped ashore for good, he would make his wife the finest gift. I could hear it in his voice. This tale was true.
What treasure would a fisherman hide upon the beach?
A promise. A wish. In the form of a rosary of pearl.
You got your memory back. How did that happen?
It was as though a wave washed through me. The memories were carried in the foam, then left behind like flotsam. I'm better. I'm yet far from whole. There is a terrible sadness in me. A tide of melancholy. I fear that it shall rise, and I shall not know what to do, but drown.
You must also have happy memories.
Oh, I do. I remember his pride when he bought the Kronos. It took all we had, but it was worth it to see his eyes shine so. Richard was a simple man. Better with fish than people. But he worked hard. He earned that boat, and he was its captain. But a sailor's wife does not live easy. I remember the fear when he went to sea.
I remember the dread. I'd till our plot by day, and of an evening stand at the cliff, watching for his return.
You were close, you and he.
We were. The only man I ever loved. He was thoughtful. He knew I worried. He'd be sure to make port before sundown.
Her hatred in the echo. It has to be tied to the loss of her husband.
What did you do when he didn't come home?
I had a feeling. I ignored it, buried it. But my throat was tight. Richard swore to return. I clung to his oath. But the Cronus returned without its captain.
Ghost ship.
I lost a part of me to the sea that day.
I'm sorry. And I thank you for sharing. What's new round and about? Do you know?
Times are hard. But this is not news. Certainly not to you.
What can you tell me of Governor Haskell? What's your view of him?
You have given him a second chance. May he repent and find absolution. May God forgive him. May God forgive us all.
Do you know Lamentation? Lammy Haskell, the governor's son. What think you of him?
He'll bear the burden of his father's sins. And of his own. He's young and naive, but he has a good heart. May God watch over him. And may he not repeat the mistakes of his father.
How are things in the Harrows?
The Harrows has lost faith, betrayed by the governor. They turn from God. What dark times these are.
I'll bid you good day, Goody Perkins.
May God guide you, Mr. McWraith.
Here it is. Empty.
Over here. Look. No rosary.
No rosary. That is frustrating.
She'll be disappointed. It might have distracted her from the misery. I don't see her essence. She's not home.
I Don't know where she could be. Her husband's grave, perhaps.
The rosary. She had it all along.
Why did she lie about it? I have a bad feeling about this. Like, very bad. Awful, in fact.
To the ship. And hurry. I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
We're too late. Damn it.
Maybe we were always too late. Maybe her destiny was already written. Maybe it can't be changed. The spot can't be far.
What a name. I like it.
Unusual for a fishing boat. Watch out. Spectre position. This isn't over yet.
Miss Keene,
What do you want?
I'll bid you good day.
Troop off, why don't you?
God's good health to you, sir.
And to you, Ishmael, and to you. I believe you've taken over the store.
Indeed, I have, sir. I am very busy. Life is very good. And now, sir, I will surprise you. I will ask you for a service.
You'll ask me to help you. You will ask for help. The tables have turned indeed. Well done, Mr. Law.
You gave Mistress Walcott peace. Would you do the same for my late wife, Bess? She deserves a final resting place.
What kind of place do you have in mind?
Bess loved the sand beneath her feet. She loved the sound of the sea. She loved to watch the sunrise. There is a hidden creek, only visible from the warehouse dock. I often thought of going there, but never found a way. Besides, the region is still so dangerous. There are specters everywhere.
'Tis a noble thought, Ishmael. No promises, but I'll bear it in mind. I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.